Welcome to Fortified Training, your one-stop injury prevention shop for soccer players and fans alike. Injuries are an unfortunate part of the beautiful game, but they're far less likely to occur when you increase what your body's capable of doing. And the best way to do that is effective strength training. My name is Ryan. I wish I knew way more about effective strength training before I got injured. I'm here to make sure you get ahead of your injuries before they occur and bounce back faster if they do. In this video, we're talking about sissy squats. Let's get started. Before we get too far into sissy squats, let's remember that effective strength training is lengthening under load, which means that lengthening position is simply a stretch. So if we want to find out how to work your quads, we've got to find out how to stretch your quads. The first way to do that is couch stretch. And I'm stretching the quad on the bottom leg. You'll notice this knee is really bent and I'm trying to shift my body weight backwards. So my hips are really close to my back foot. The last piece of the puzzle for the stretch is trying to take your belt buckle and tilt it up towards your face. That's an important part, and we're gonna revisit that in just a little bit. For an effective sissy squat, we wanna try to create this same thing under a little bit of load. So I'm gonna move over here and use this barbell to try to create that same position. Using a barbell helps offset some of the load. So if you're new to sissy squats, I would start here. I'm gonna set up leaning on a bar. If you don't have a bar, you could use a wall. Then I'm gonna go up on the toes and bend both knees, touch the ground, and then come right back. And instantly you should feel your quads working, particularly as you get closer and closer to the cushion. Now we gotta pay attention to this position because this position is not as big of a stretch as what we just had over there. In order to do that, we now need to bend your knees more. And a great way to do that is to lift your feet. That way, our knees have to go closer to the floor than our feet were previously. So I've got two 45-pound plates here. I'm gonna set up the same exact way on the bar, go up on my toes, and then do exactly what I just did. Touch my knees all the way down, and then come all the way back up. Now, if I pause in the bottom position, pay attention, here, now I have my knees way more bent, the same way they were in couch stretch, and in this position, my toes are also getting a really big stretch. This is a really good exercise. I know it's a little bit difficult to do in terms of setup, but one of the things I like about it most is we're just working the quads without working the glutes. So quickly, let's talk about squats. Here, at the bottom of my squat, my knees are bent just as much as they are the bottom of my sissy squat, but because both my legs are pressed up against my chest, my glutes are also long. And what happens is that your glutes tend to take over and your quads don't do as much. So this position, the bottom of your squat, is the same as the bottom of your sissy squat here in terms of stretching the quads. But now we're just doing that on a shorter glute. One more time, lift your feet, hands on the bar, go up on the toes, and then remember, we're trying to bend your knees while lift your belt buckle up towards your face. Now, if these need to be harder for you, we can slow down, you can put on a weighted vest, or you can try to do it on one leg. But if you're that strong, you probably don't need to be watching this video. That's it for sissy squats. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram for more free content, and check out the practice for injury prevention and strength training workout programs. Your workout is waiting for you.